Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to show you guys how to use AI properly, hopefully become a better developer in the process, and actually land a job quicker. Look, you have to understand one thing. History is going to repeat itself. In the past, previous developers abused leak code to get ahead in interviews. This is a common strategy to grind out as many questions as possible so that they could always ace the interviews. The exact same thing is going to happen again, except instead of leak code, it's going to be AI. The new generation of developers will be abusing AI to get ahead and to pass interviews properly. You should be doing the same. If you don't believe me, just look at Ivy grads. They are literally already doing it. This guy, I think his handle is I'm Roy Lee. He's already using AI to pass numerous software interviews for some of the biggest companies out there. Now, you don't have to be as smart as him, but you have to admit one thing, AI is going to be the future. If someone like him from an Ivy League is already doing it, and he's probably a genius, you don't have to be a genius to do what he's doing. But if the genius is doing it, you should probably follow the footsteps of other geniuses. Look, I'm going to say something that's a little controversial, but it's the truth. It is absolutely okay to create a dependency on AI. AI is not going anywhere. It's the future of our industry. It's the future of our nation. You can look at this image I got of the literal US government saying that they're going to integrate AI into the country. Obviously, this might be some political bullshit. I don't know what they're actually trying to do, but clearly, even the US government is taking it seriously. We should be taking it seriously as well. If you want an example of why it's a create a dependency, think about mathematicians. 50, 100 years ago, when calculators came out, everyone was told you don't want to use a calculator. You don't want to depend on it. You should know how to do all the formulas by yourself. But let's look at the present. Everyone uses a calculator. Let's be honest. It's completely normal to have a dependency on calculators, so why can't you have a dependency on AI? Think about it. Now, obviously, do learn the basics first. It's still very, very important that you learn the fundamentals. I just went on a tangent saying to create a dependency, but I need to address this first. You need to know what you're doing before you use AI. You could think of AI like a 2x multiplier. If you have zero knowledge in anything, you have literally zero, and you try to multiply that by 2, you're still going to get 0. That's basic math. But if you have a foundations and some sort of idea of what you're doing before you use AI, and then you add AI into the mix, now you're actually going to get somewhere. Now, believe me, I'm telling you this because I also started by learning PHP by using just AI. I didn't have any knowledge about what PHP was or how it worked. I just tried to use AI to get through it, and it was miserable. My code was abysmal. It was complete garbage to look at a year later. I'm telling you, you have to know what you're doing before you use AI. If I had a recommendation, I'd say a couple hours of getting familiar with something and then adding AI would probably be more than enough. That's all you have to do. But please do not go into AI raw. You need to have at least something so that AI can work off that. Look, the power of AI is real. If you're an intern and you were to add AI into the mix, I'd honestly think you could probably become a junior developer in output just by adding AI to your tools. If you're a junior developer and you add AI into the mix, you can probably work at an output of a mid-level developer. And if you're mid-level, senior developer. Look, if you take advantage to position yourself as a better developer using AI, you will get so much further in the job field. That's why I said is that if you want to have an advantage when applying for jobs, you should be using AI and leveraging it. Now, if you want some advice before I tell you how to actually use AI properly, I would say to prompt AI as if it's a senior dev mentoring you. AI is a really good tool, but you need to know how to prompt it. And that's why I said this is a great mindset to have. Assume it's like a senior dev and give it prompts that are like that, and it will give you really good advice and feedback. So how do you actually take advantage of AI? First of all, you have to think of AI like Stack Overflow, Google, and the documentations on steroids. AI is really good at answering literally any question you could think of when it comes to web dev, as long as it's not too recent. Anything that was recently updated or recently released, it's probably not going to be very good at answering questions related to that unless it has to search it up. But the search up feature is kind of weird in a lot of them, so try not to touch anything recently. But it will teach you the best practices for literally any coding language you can think of before you even step into a workplace, which is just insane. Absolutely insane to think about. You had to always get an internship before you even started to learn how to do stuff in the office. You can ask AI to do that now, and it'll teach you. And finally, the best reason to use AI is bug finding. I'm telling you, in the last week alone, I've had AI find 6 or 7 bugs in the code I've written almost instantly, without any prompts, and immediately finding the best solution. I probably saved 5-6 hours alone using AI to find bugs for me that I would have otherwise spent searching through code, trying to find out what went wrong, testing out different things. It is really good at bug finding. And if you think about it, the 5-6 hours I saved, using AI to bug fix for me meant I could write 5-6 hours more of code. Now, you don't have to be productive like me. You can be lazy and you use 5-6 hours to get away with not working for 5-6 hours. But I got away with saving that much time, and that let me write more code. That meant I was probably outputting far more than I actually am considered or labeled at my company, just because I got to save that much time. So if you want to time save, this is the fastest way to time save with AI. So how do you not get replaced by AI? Simple question, and the answer to that is that you are now the replacer. You will be the one who replaces devs who refuse to use AI. You have that advantage now that the other devs who refuse to use it for whatever reason, which is so stupid, but for the reasons they have, you are now going to replace those developers, and you can rest easy now. As long as you did everything I described to do in the previous step, which a lot of developers are doing inherently already. I don't know why there are people out there who refuse to use AI. They're going to get replaced. I'm sorry. If you're not using AI yet and you refuse to use it for whatever reason, you are going to be gone in a couple of years. You will be the statistics that people say will be the people getting laid off. But for those of you who are taking my advice and are going to use AI, you're going to be the replacer now. You're going to be fine. And that's not to say any motivational bullshit. I'm being completely honest. It's just the truth. You're basically using a tool. Mathematicians who use the calculator are going to replace those who don't. You're safe. Now, I will say one final note. AI, for whatever reason, sucks at sales. It's a really random thing, but it's true. I've tried it multiple times. It's really bad at actually selling and converting stuff. If you think about it, finding a job is selling yourself. AI sucks at that. So AI is actually really bad at helping you land your first web dev job. And that's honestly why, I'm being completely honest, that's why I set up a community for web devs who are looking to get a job. Because I can fix that problem with real experience, with the mentorship of actual senior devs and hiring managers, and a network of people who are similar to me who also landed their first job. I can give you private mentorship. I can give you actual guides and real feedback on how to get your first web dev job. And right now, it's only $19 a month. I'm going to raise it to $100 at some point. Once it starts filling up to 5-10 members, I'm going to bring that price up immediately. But if you want to be one of the first to join and get private, personalized mentorship, there's a link in the description. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video.